Hello everyone, my name is Jim Garrity. The cry for help went out. A distraught teenager whose world was on the edge of collapse staggered into the workshop. Eyes in turmoil shone out from under the black hoodie that sat over his head. Hands deep in his pockets, his mouth quivered slightly as he looked at me and he said, Well, he is a teenager. I said to him, Pardon? Well, it turned out that the chair he has in his bedroom had just broken, and now he can't play on his computer. Fighting back the urge to tell him exactly how important it was to me, I said to him, OK, my boy, let's go and have a look. We're in John's room and there's been a minor emergency in the teenage world. The chair that he uses to play his computer games on has broken. Oh no, the world will stop. Oh, we have a crack down here and we have another one on the other side. So the back of the chair is no longer connected to the bottom of the chair except through this spindly bit of arm, and that's not metal, that's plastic. So I've taken the screws off that held it on, that held the arm on, and pulled it off. You can see it's just a thin plastic casting with metal inserts in here where the bolts go through. So all that was sturdy enough, but it wasn't man enough to about 5 years of gaming with John with his feet up on the bed, leaning back on here. Anyway, so Dad has been called. What can we do? Well, what I've done is got hold of a piece of 17mm plywood left over from the build of the wardrobes. This is the left-hand side. Now, the M8 bolts that go through here, they go into threaded nuts or threaded inserts on the inside. There is a boss that sticks up, 15mm in diameter. So what I've done is taken the centres from the arm that I took off. This is a piece of 17mm plywood, which I've used Forstner bits on and counterbored 4 holes, 10mm deep, to take the bosses on the chair. So this will fit on. That says left outer. If I can get it on right. I've got the wrong one, hang on. That's better. I've got them the wrong way round. This isn't the right, this is the left-hand side. So we bolt the 4 bolts through there. I've had to get longer bolts, M8 by 35s and a washer. And now I will bolt these through there and that should hold it all together. The next thing to do is the arm. I've got to get that arm to sit on top of here so it doesn't cut his arm up whilst he's playing his games. Right, let's get to that. The left side is now in place. I've just tightened up the 4 M8 bolts. Now I'm going to swap the chair over, turn the chair over and attach this piece of wood on the other side. Here's the right hand side of the chair and you can see this bracket's cracked right the way through. This is the worst side, so I'll be pulling that off. John of course was angling for a new chair, but Have Workshop will fix things. The left hand side is now free. Take that away and ooh, look at all the muck that's underneath that. All the ends of crisp packets and stuff. Ugh. Right, let's get the other piece of plywood screwed in place. The 2 support arms are now held in place by their 4 each M8 by 35 bolts. The seat is nice and tough again. At the moment it doesn't look so elegant as it once did, but what I need to do now is get the arm rests attached to the top of these brackets. And then once I do that it'll look a lot better. Right, next job, let's get to it. Here's the underside of one of the arms and you see that there are 2 captive nuts in here and they're both M6. These 2 pieces of wood I've made here have got M6.5 holes in, clearance for the 2 M6 bolts which will go through these into the arm, and then the idea being is this will then screw to the outside of this arm, holding everything together. At least that's the theory. I've now put the support on both of the arms. You can see there just a piece of pine held in with its two M6 bolts. There are 4 holes along here. They're 4mm holes countersunk to take 4 wood screws, which will go straight through this piece of wood and into the side, holding this in that approximate position. Right, it's screwed on. And the seat is ready for another bout of video games and slouching back, looking at the computer, feet on the bed. I don't think this is going to break very easily. So we've got our 2 wooden panels here. We've got those 2 little bits of wood underneath which support the arms, and like that. Around to the front. Not as elegant as it once was perhaps, but it's functional. And it saved us about £100 for a new one. The chair has been under test now for over a month. John rocking back in his seat, feet on the bed, hour after hour. Well, if it ever does give up the ghost and that chair heads off to the recycle centre, I've got to remember to reclaim my bolts. And with that, this video is at an end. Take care, everyone. I'll see you next time. Could you do something like this? Of course you can.